Hello everyone, it's 2005 again. Welcome to MapleStory. So, I don't know how to explain this. I hate MapleStory with a passion. I'm just gonna say it, I hate MapleStory with a passion. Not because it's like a bad, it's not because it's the worst game ever, but my god is it a really grindy game. You really like MapleStory if you really like Lineage. And I did not like playing Lineage. Why are we playing it though? It's because you can tell somewhat from my name, this is for the Dave the Diver event. So remember Dave the Diver, that game about you being Dave and you dive for fish and stuff? Why is it opening a website? There's a... Nexon is having a bit of a weird revival. Dave the Diver is published by Nexon. So is the first Berserker, obviously, because that's based on the Mabinogi IP. But they've had a weird revival in terms of popularity and scope. There's a lot of MapleStory players now. Surprisingly, the player base has somehow come back. Because of a fair number of changes. One, they have two different servers. One is the pay-to-win, and the other is the non-pay-to-win. We're in the non-pay-to-win one, where you have to get everything yourself and there's no trading. It's basically like playing a weird single-player adventure roguelike game, but you still get the party up and stuff. Also, I had to reprogram my keyboard's layers, so my keyboard is a split keyboard. I had to add a specific layer so I could play with WASD, because you can't rebind the arrow key movement. MapleStory, if you've never played this game, I'm going to show you exactly what the gameplay is like. No, where is it? Here we go. I'm going to show you exactly what the gameplay is like. Oh no, this one. This is the gameplay. Once it loads. Okay, just spawn some monsters. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay. No. Okay, so that's the gameplay. So now we've leveled up. Ow, my ears. Okay, everything hurts. Jeez Louise. Okay, so now you have to fight these elite monsters. Okay, so this is the gameplay. Whoa, look. This is the gameplay of MapleStory. My ears exploded. This is the gameplay. This is what MapleStory is. You do this for about like 30 minutes or so every single day to get like a couple levels, and then you're done. I'm level 150 now. So you can see my level at the bottom. And then I don't know any of my skills. I'm just here to like press buttons. And then you're gonna see me level up really hard, and then that's the entire game. So you do that for your entire day, and sometimes there's bosses, okay? Sometimes there's a boss here and there that you might want to do. But for the most part, you're just doing that. You're fighting monsters left and right. It's not the most entertaining game in the world to me, but however, it's entertaining to a lot of people. That's why the game is popular, okay? I'm not going to yuck your yum. If you like this game, good on you. It's just not for me. That's why this is not like a MapleStory segment. Not really. The segment for today is one specific event that is about, I guess, this weird angle that Nexon is going for with a lot of their games. This is very much preamble to what we're going to be seeing later, which is MapleStory Worlds. There's a Dave the Diver event at the moment, which uses a completely different control scheme and gameplay style. So this is the game. You have to move it with arrow keys, press buttons to play. And then you have an actual Dave the Diver minigame, which is basically the Dave the Diver game. It's literally, like, I have to now turn off my bindings because you have to use WASD to move. This is just Dave the Diver now. So you got Cobra, hello. Why'd you take me back? Put me back there. I want to do that. Take me back. I don't know why this exists. Anyways, let's just dive. Okay, sure. The fish you contain... Okay, fine. Yeah, okay, I'll just dive. You can do the restaurant minigame. You can apparently go around and catch the fish too. I don't know why they're doing this, but this sort of shows the I guess the mindset behind Nexon today. I think Nexon had a string of failed games. They had a lot of different games that failed in various different ways that went kind of poorly. They had games like there was like Huxley or something. It was a game called Huxley, the whatchamacallit. And I was like, this game sucks. And there's a whole bunch of other games like that just failed miserably. Press escape. Okay, please stop. Please. I know. Okay, please stop the tutorial, please. Please. I'm begging you. Please. Okay, press tilde. Okay, fuck off. This stupid fish. It's literally... What's crazy is that if you wanted to play Dave the Diver, you could just play MapleStory and get basically the same Dave the Diver experience. Mind you, this is my first time doing it, but it really does feel like Dave the Diver. which is crazy to me because you wouldn't really expect this from a game like MapleStory. Again, it felt like they were just throwing their everything at the wall. They were just throwing shit at the wall, seeing what sticks. I remember games like Quan Ho, for instance. It was a game about fighting, which was interesting. It was like a multiplayer PvP, almost Street Fighter style game. There was a bunch of different RPGs that they made that eventually died out. They used to have Dungeon Fighter Online, and then they threw away the cash cow for some reason in the West. There's a lot actually that they've done throughout the years, but like something like this, I think represents a change in their current strategy, where they're no longer making first-party things. They're really focused on allowing third-party people to make stuff, which is interesting. Like what do we call it? MapleStory Worlds is an entirely third-party platform for you to make your own games in. Okay, why does it keep saying now you're all set, time to dive in? How about you shut the fuck up and fuck off? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Jesus. This is a game from 2005 or 2003. It's a little buggy. But the fact that they're able to do something like this sort of shows that they're thinking about how to sort of evolve their strategy and their game. Because I wouldn't have ever expected this from the MapleStory creators. I just don't. For some reason, to me, it's like MapleStory just sort of seems like the epitome of cash grab game, right? Which isn't necessarily unfair, I think. If you go to the cash shop, there's a lot of really, really egregious things, especially in the normal mode of the game. I know I'm gonna die. Don't worry. There's like oxygen right there. But yeah, this is what MapleStory is. For some reason, MapleStory is this mix of you do the normal gameplay, which is you doing bosses, which admittedly the bosses have some cool mechanics, but it kind of boils down to the thing I complained about last time with other games, which is just dodge the circle slop, as well as farming. And like the farming and the grinding is what you're doing for most of your time. Like when I watch my friends play, their majority of the time they're grinding hard. And they grind for hours and hours and hours. The bossing, by comparison, is only like a half an hour to 2 hour thing, depending on what the boss is, but it usually doesn't take as long. But the grinding, dude, I've seen my friend grind for at least 6 hours once. Like he will just sit there and just press the same button over and over and go down the same route and watch us. Like it's basically old school RuneScape, where you do the same things over and over and over, and you just go. And you churn on a YouTube video on the side. Why does it keep telling me to go in? Please leave me alone. In fact, I wonder if there's a way to explore deeper to see if I can go all the way in. Maybe there's something cool that I can do here. Let's see. But yeah, to me, it's fascinating that they're going down this route and like even trying out this collaborative style of stuff, because beforehand, I think a lot of their initial collabs were about making money through the cash shop and having cool different costumes and stuff. But this represents like a whole different thing of like they're doing much more varied and complex events that feel like entirely different games. And I wanted to try this because MapleStory Worlds purports itself to be basically that, but always this. Which is to say, MapleStory Worlds purports itself to be entirely this, the ability for you to make custom content using the MapleStory base. I have to open Bancho Sushi. Sure. Wow, this is literally Dave the Diver. They recreated the entire game. I guess at this point you don't even need to buy Dave the Diver. You could just play this. Guess we drink good or higher ranked tea. Is it the same serving? It's the same serving mechanic. Am I a failure? Hey, that's perfect. Okay, this game is a lot more lenient. I could never get the tea pouring. Okay, so you want sushi? Sure. Okay, yeah. How do I refill this? Go ahead. It's just like Dave the Diver. I'm actually surprised at how fully featured this is. Again, most of the time, I think most games, but especially for MapleStory, I remember seeing my friends do the events. A lot of the events would just be MapleStory gameplay, but themed in a different way for whatever it was. Like, very few of them ever seemed like they were actually custom bits of gameplay, and most of it always seemed like it was just some variation of like the core base MapleStory gameplay with a new skin on top. But this is actually pretty impressive. And you know what? If you want to play Dave the Diver, but you can't get Dave the Diver for whatever reason, right? Again, money's tight, and the game is still like it's good, but it's also like, would you rather pay rent or play a game? Then you at least have this. Dave the Diver, W game, very W game. And now in MapleStory. And again, I'm just surprised at how really, this is surprisingly, it's just the same. This is high quality. I just don't expect this to be a very high quality attempt, but this is a very high quality attempt at making a collab with a game. Imagine like Nier Automata did a collab with Super Mario, and instead of Nier going around shooting Goombas, what Nier did was she would like just play like a 2D side scroller. No way, this is MapleStory. You thought this was a mod? No, this is the current event. I'm not sponsored, but this is actually the current event of the game. So this is my because you just stop doing this. You can just stop doing this and then go and play MapleStory. You just here, then you play stupid MapleStory again. I don't want to be here though. Okay, you might want to be in the MapleStory world. I'm gonna stick with the Dave the Diver world because that's where it's actually fun. So what happens now? Okay, start ready to dive. You are not fully ready. Please come. What? Please come back after defeating 1,000 enemies near your level. You have to play the game to play the Dave the Diver game? Why? No, just give me Dave the Diver. What the fuck? To me, a blue hole exploration. So, I can't even go down? I have to kill 1,000 monsters to play Dave the Diver? This ain't the Dave the Diver that I remember. Well, it's not the Dave the Diver that I was hoping for either. Oh man, I can't. I have to grind. Do you understand? This is not indicative of the people who play this game. Okay, if you enjoy this game, that's on you. That's cool. But this is how you play the game. I'm not kidding you. This is what you do in the game. Maybe this is a bad zone. This zone in particular is designed to like get you to max level quickly. I'm gonna do the actual grinding maps. No, not the guide. I want to go to the guide section. Maple Planner. There was like a thing where it lets me teleport to something. EXP event, Luxana. Spend time in Luxana. No, I want to do like, I don't know, like a... How do I grind things? What's the guide button again? Sorry, just give me a second. Help guide. No, not the website. Sorry, give me a second. Quest log? Oh god, it's all shit. There's like a bunch of shit everywhere. There's like buttons all over the place. Maple chat, Maple guide, here we go. This is, okay, we're just gonna do this level. Okay, this is the base MapleStory game. This is what you do for hours. In hours. I had to kill 1,000 of these to play Dave the Diver. I got fucking scammed. You kidding me? I don't want to play the game, man. I just want to play Dave the Diver. I was hoping to like see the Dave the Diver event. Oh god. I don't want to do this anymore. This entire segment was for me to skip playing the game and just focus on playing Dave the Diver. And now I'm stuck playing Dave the Diver. Or now I'm stuck playing Maple. I've been baited once again. Oh god. Why don't I just kill low-level enemies? Because it has to be at my level. The enemies have to be at my level for me to be able to move on. Oh my god, the sound effects are so loud. Jesus Christ. Why does the sound effects stack like that? Monster effects, skill effects, skills. There we go. Confirm. Dang. Good luck. 1,000 is a lot of stuff. Did you miss Dave? Yeah, sorry. I have to do. I have to kill 900 more enemies to explore. Sorry, we'll get there soon. This was supposed to be. I didn't know. I prepared this, and I was like, oh cool. You just get to move on. But I didn't realize that you have to actually do this thing to get to the Dave the Diver event. So how is this related to Maple? I'm not really. Oh, it's because they're both published by the same person. Lol. Do you enjoy watching someone play MapleStory for hours? Because I don't. I don't enjoy that. It's actually really boring. They're getting Dave fans into MapleStory. Yeah, sadly. I mean, the thing is, like, this is the thing. Okay, it's not a bad game. It's not a bad game by any means. It's not. Well, it's not the worst game in the world. Well, it could be. I don't particularly enjoy it. I would rather you spend your time in a more productive way. I don't think it's the worst game ever, but I do think that it's missing something that would appeal to me particularly. And I think it's just because the only thing that I would care about is doing bosses, but you don't get access to bosses until way later. Like, you don't get access to bosses. Well, I mean, you can do bosses now, technically, like, because you do level fast, but the good bosses where you need to struggle and really think about their mechanics, that takes a while. That takes a while to get there. Anyways, I don't know, let's just release, I don't know, just do this, and then we'll do this. I don't really know what this character is. I just sort of did the quick leveling. Again, I did everything for today to play Dave the Diver. And I just want to dive, but the game doesn't let me dive. So you have to see me kill 1,000 ice creams. Or sorry, blue raspberry juice. You have to kill me, you have to watch me see, you have to watch me kill blue raspberry juice. This is awful. Again, I'm just not a fan of these types of grindy games. I say as I play games like Uma Musume every single day. But this type of grinding, there's sort of, it's weird. It's less like Diablo and more like idle game. But the idle game, it's not even like easy to do, like clicking. You have to move around. It's an idle game that has too many steps, in my mind. MapleStory, the base game, has too many steps that get in the way of the core aspect of the game, which is getting to the bosses, right? It's just too fucking loud. Because in an idle game, you can take your hand off the mouse and keyboard. Sorry, you can take your hand off the keyboard and play with just your mouse while your left hand, I don't know, like writes in a journal or something. I'm not really sure what you do with your left hand, but you do something productive. Well, not productive, but you just do something like, I don't know, not as mind-numbing. But a game like this, you need to move around with WASD. You need to like think about how you position to be able to get to the right spot to kill things. You can watch movies for hours while leveling. Yeah, so that's what your boyfriend does. I've seen him play the game, and when he plays the game, he'll be like, okay, time to grind. He'll stream MapleStory for maybe like 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden his stream switches to a bunch of different YouTube videos. And we sit there in the Discord watching YouTube videos the entire time. This is the life of a MapleStory gamer. This is what Maple Loaders do. They do this the entire day. How do I get like stronger stats? How do I kill things faster? Auto assign, sure, I don't really care. Okay, skills, whatever, just like toss it in. I don't know. Reduces the exceed overload, exceed skills damage. Fucking sure. I don't really care about this. Nether shield damage, damage intake. No, I don't really care. I just want to like make stuff. Forbidden contract, sure. Well, whatever. I don't. How do I do more damage? Is this my max damage? How can I like one-shot things so I can move on? I just want, okay, more attack increase, blue Utgard Desperado attack increase. Thank you. Maybe I can like one-shot things now. You lied to me. I can't one-shot anything. And this is why I don't do this, because it's the whole game. It's just this. And the thing is, right? It's not even like a complex series of like combat situations. The enemies don't really do much. Then I can you have to grind for a few more hours, then I can one-shot. I have to kill 1,000 enemies, mod. I have to kill 1,000 enemies for me to move on, so I can play Dave the Diver. I just want to play Dave the Diver. I'm just here to play Dave the Diver, and they're forcing me to grind in this game. And I know how to play the game, okay? If I didn't know how to play the game, I think this would take me even longer. So imagine your average person who plays this game and who doesn't even know how to like do things like the jump attack cancels, right? And they have to move around by walking around slowly. You're not gonna have a fun time, man. Well, unless you enjoy this type of game. But again, this is not my type of game. It's really good if you like it. I think this is one of the better takes of this game. It's also very unique. This is probably the only game of its type at the moment that I can think of that even exists. Which is sad, because I feel like the side-scrolling genre could do with more interesting entries into it. But we're gonna see that later once I do some more Dave the Diver, and then we move into MapleStory Worlds. But it's why I'm doing it all today, because A, today, Mondays, I usually have hours, so this might be like a 12-hour stream. Two, I'm doing it today because these things will probably disappear soon. I don't know when I'll have another 12-hour day. I don't know when I'll have another 12-hour day. Did you know, by the way, if you think about how much time you watch me streaming, if you watch me stream for 2 hours, you've watched an entire movie. Your daily Maple gift is ready to be claimed. What is this? Can I get EXP coupon, please? I'm begging you. After midnight? Fuck you. I need EXP coupon. Premium Hyper Rock Teleport. Oh, I do have EXP. Wait, no, but EXP is bad. I need more killing power. How do I get more the health? Yeah, I'll take the Rudibus. Sure, I'll take the Rudibus health set. I don't know what that is. Okay, I'm pretty strong now. I have 30,000 more attack power. What does that mean? Why is it 30,000? What that number doesn't even seem real, man. 30,000? What? Am I even playing the game? I got my gifts. Okay, thank you. Frozen secondary, frozen weapon box. Thanks. These are terrible. These are worse than this random sword that I found off the floor. What? Okay, frozen sucks. Frozen cape is cool, I guess. Sure. Okay. Fafnir weapon set. Select the Fafnir. Yeah, I'll get the Fafnir. Sure. I love Fafnir. Flaming. Okay, I love Fafnir. Hyperbox character slot. Okay. What is all this? Epic potential scroll. You may not use scroll. Okay. Oh, okay. Mystical cube. I'm gonna cube. Okay. Okay. Huh? What did I just do? Why are there people giving flowers to this lady over here? Anyways, yeah, this is the entire game. This is the entire game. And you do this for hours and hours. Like, obviously there's quests and stuff, like a normal RPG. But the writing is very... I don't know how to explain the writing in this game. It's very interesting. It's not like a bad bit of writing either. It's actually not... It's not the worst writing ever, but it's definitely not something that you would necessarily care to want to sit down and read and like pore over, right? I think the main plot has some potential, and in fact there's a webtoon. There's a webtoon based specifically on the main plot of this game, which is about the Black Mage and like the ways that he's taken over the world and stuff. But other than that, I don't think you would really care about the story. What is the Dark Gorg? Why are you here? Leave me alone. The monster you just defeated is an elite champion. Also, this game has a huge problem, and I don't know why. The UI, every single sensibility of this game's UI was driven by money slop making mobile games. I don't understand why. It's I was getting overwhelmed by the amount of shit on the... Look at the amount of shit on the screen. Every MMO has this problem, but this game in particular has this problem. It's actually insane how much shit there is on your screen at all times. There's just constant noise. Constant. Am I there yet? I'm at 500. We're actually gonna be pretty good. Then we can play some Dave the Diver. Imagine we play Dave the Diver, we go dive once, and it says kill another 1 in 1,000. I would quit. Probably. I would probably quit. I'd probably quit. I don't want to do this anymore. My friends and I were talking about this. There's actually a pair of twins that stream MapleStory content. They do it very well. They're very entertaining because they both riff off of each other very, very well. And they have pretty cool viewer events where they judge your gear and stuff. My friends have actually been on their like gear judging segment a couple of times, and it's pretty funny because they've pissed them off a couple of times. My friends are pretty high level in this game. But it's a bit like web fishing, this game. You need to do a bunch of things on top of the base game in order for you to actually seek enjoyment from whatever it is that the game is. Because if you don't add things on top of it, like it's very stale, what I've noticed. And this has been true for years. Like, it's weird how the formula... They add a bunch of cool new-looking monsters here and there, and they add new places for you to farm and stuff, and, like, sure, the artists have something to do, and, like, the programmers have something to do, and the map designers maybe have something to do, but, like, it's like, there's nothing really new in terms of gameplay ever. It's just sort of this. Again, the only really cool thing is the bosses, but the really cool bosses, aka the ones that you might really enjoy playing, are the endgame ones with all the really cool mechanics, but also a lot of the difficulty scaling that you would expect from the game. This game really is scaled for a late game experience. But saying this game has had 20 years to marinate. Could you make gameplay that is sufficiently new and exciting for 20 years straight? I don't think so. Most game studios struggle to put out their second game, right? Let alone their first game. So for 20 years, this is commendable. Maybe. I don't know. I don't feel happy. I'm just doing this so I can move on to Dave the Diver. Why is it that these games don't appeal to me anymore? When I was younger, I was really into this type of gameplay. There was something about me just spending time pressing the same button over and over and over that was really fun. And granted, I did finish Tower Wizard, so it has some hold over me. But there's just something missing about the thinking aspect. Not to say that, like, oh, like, I'm so mature and I need to think now, but you just don't need to think in this game. You could probably be lobotomized, and you could still play this game. To some degree. Except for bossing. Again, all the people who think in this game play bossing. What other features are there in this game that I know about? Let's see. There's oh yeah. So I made a comparison to Diablo earlier. This game is a very weird ARPG stat system. It's actually the exact same as Diablo. You have like affixes and suffixes to some degree, and you have certain stat lines that can only appear in certain items. So much so that I think if you enjoy playing Diablo 2, not because you enjoy the experience of like the near roguelike adventure that you have when you make a new character and you find new items, but particularly when you enjoy the late game. What is this? What goes inside here? Hello, sure, bounty hunter. Okay, what are you? Catch the soaring eagle. What is this? How do I catch the eagles? What the fuck? I'm playing with my mouse. Oh, eagle, sorry. I've never seen an eagle. What? Are you an eagle? You're not an eagle. But you're an eagle. I've killed every single bird. Do I get something for that? Because I killed every single bird? I get punished. I get put into purgatory again. I get put into the same fucking map. That's a vulture. Sorry, I don't know my birds. If you pointed to a bird right now, if you send me a picture of a bird, I wouldn't be able to name it. Birds are only... I don't think you need to know the difference between birds because they all do the same thing, fundamentally. They fly, they shit, they eat. Okay? The only thing that you need to know is that it flies. That's how you know that they're spying on you. Okay, we can finally leave. Oh my god, please come to the boat. Yes, thank you. Dave, save me, please, Dave. Mod, are you there? Mod, it's time. Mod, it's Dave the Diver time. Mod, are you there? Mod. Hello. Press the spacebar. What? What did it say? If you fail a blue hole, you can challenge it 2 times. You can only play it 3 times a day? What? You know, if you buy Dave the Diver, you can play this every single day. You can play it as long as you want, and you get the full experience. I mean, granted, again, it's kind of hard to make a game that is just Dave the Diver within MapleStory. So they had to limit it in some way because they want you to play the other games. And this is a really cool thing that they've done here, where it is just Dave the Diver gameplay. You shoot the fish, you take them back to eat sushi. Bancho makes funny noises. It is missing the cool animations, though. It is. So what am I supposed to do? Do I just get like the best fish or something? I guess I just get the best fish. Also, there's a secret mount. If you click on the diving box on the ship many times, Kape-san talked about this. If you do it a lot, you can eventually get a really cool mount, which I have. The seahorse. It's harder to spam in this game than it is in the actual Dave the diver. Holy moly. I have no more thingamabob. Okay, that's cool. I guess that's my max depth. Very cool. I like how I can barely move around anywhere. So, please don't tell me there's like a massive grinding element to this version of the game too. Like, it's not bad to grind. I don't think it's terrible to grind. It's specifically the fact that to grind this section of the game, you have to play MapleStory. That's when I'm like, fuck. I had to play MapleStory to play this. What's interesting too is they did this at the perfect time. They're doing it during a hyper braining event. If you've never heard of a hyper braining event, it's because it's the stupidest name. It's sorry, that was stupid to say. But like, you know what I mean? That's like the parody. It's not the worst thing to call it, but basically the event is just a way for you to get a lot of experience. It's just a weird name for what should just be like a quadruple EXP event or something. But maybe that's what they're doing. Is they're making the event and then they convince you that you really want to play the game. Because then you're in. Oh shit, they're coming for me. Eat shit. Fucking get blasted. Holy shit. Let's bring some jellyfish back. It's actually it's very surprisingly responsive too. Like I'm just kind of surprised that this game works well. This weird subsection of the main game works well. Because, again, for like a one-off event, I just wouldn't have expected this to be any good. But it works pretty damn well. Okay, so now we're full of stuff. Eat shit. Come here. You're gonna make a nice hand roll. Oh, fuck, wrong button. You're gonna make a nice hand roll, buddy. Fuck me. Come here. The restaurant needs more hand rolls. Okay, I'm too heavy now. My hand hurts too. My hand hurts. Oh shit, there's a gun chest. What's inside the gun chest? What? Underwater rifle. It was invisible. So, okay, so we end the exploration. I can't go lower because my suit sucks. We get a bunch of fish. Okay. Make a bunch of sushi. We go straight to the sushi map. Wow. I have 8 coins. Hello, Mr. Bancho. Staff. Chapter 4 or later? Chapter 4? Chapter 4. Hogirl. Pink Bean. Robo. What? Waiting room. What? Menu. Here we go. I know this portion. Yeah. Enhance. Sure. Okay. Enhance. Sure. I don't remember anything about Dave the Diver, as you can probably tell. He also, I will say, this game doesn't have the cool Dave the Diver as a base game is a lot better because that game had a really funny animation every time you did something. So this doesn't have that, but it is a good facsimile. It's a facsimile. That's what this is. You can't have more dishes than customers. I have 7 customers. I can't just load in. You know, I guess it kind of makes sense why they would want to put this behind a bit of a play wall, right? They don't want you to just play for free Dave the Diver, which honestly is a pretty impressive creation here, without potentially making money back on you playing Maple and you buying things like the BTS collab or the Blackpink collab or their whatever other collabs. But this really is just the same game. Hey, okay, I need to pour you tea quickly, please. Sir, you're getting in the way. Drink your tea and fuck off. Fuck off. Go. I had to get wasabi. Oh no. You know what? Why is it that I can play a game like Dave the Diver, but I can't play a game like MapleStory? Because I'm realizing something from this experience, and maybe, to be fair, it is because this game is a facsimile and not the real thing. There's no difference. It's the same type of slot. You're just there to grind things and make numbers go up. You know? And if you like that, then you like MapleStory because it has a bit of an active component. MapleStory is the best idle game. It's also the best idol game, as in like idols like K-pop idols. It's a bit of both. I don't know if I can do this for very long. This is actually kind of mind-numbing. This may only be like a half-hour segment for this particular segment, but I just want to see. I just want to see how far the Dave the Diver stuff goes and how long it takes to get something. I have 100 coins. I don't even know if that's enough to buy anything. So you have 3 entries per day. Let's say that your revenue per day is 150 to start with, and then you scale heavily as you get deeper and deeper in. But some of the employees cost, like, let's say 30,000, right? Let's say you get let's say you upgrade your stuff. Let's say you upgrade your diver. It costs you 600. I can't even afford this today. I have 2 more tries. Let's say I can really push to get 200 per dive. That would still put me 50 short. And 150 I think was lucky because that was me doing everything perfectly. So for me to get the diving suit, I have to come back tomorrow. It's done in just the right amount to force you to play again the very next day. Wow. Anyways, well, that's Dave the Diver. I'm not doing this anymore. It's a poor. Well, it's not a poor facsimile, but like the main game does have something about it that makes it way more fun. Obviously, because that's a full game. The fact that you get this as part of your MapleStory adventure is a pretty cool premise, I think. I don't think it's a bad thing that you get this as part of your. Oh my God, this person is poor. I don't think it's bad that they made this event, and I think it's actually really cool what they've done because they sort of... It gives people a chance to try the game before they buy it, but I kind of wish that the demo of the game was just a real demo of the game instead of having to play MapleStory, because this is the game. MapleStory the game is just me doing this and me talking to random NPCs that live in these random places. And doing quests and killing monsters. And also checking out the cash shop. How much money does it cost to play this game? To buy this? Charge. Okay, Steam is opening. 100,000 coins for $100. Okay, so it's like a 1 to 100 ratio. Yeah, it's like a 1 to 100. You can buy a Dave the Diver's diving suit, so my character gets previewed at the top. Okay. So this outfit costs me let's see, 10,000. That cost me $10. At least, to be fair, this is also the non-pay-to-win server. Actually, what is the pay-to-win server like? Well, what's the pay-to-win server like? What's the pay-to-win server like? I want to go. No, I want to character select. Let me leave. What's the pay-to-win server like? Jesus, okay, stop playing the music. Turn the music off. Tell them to stop going. I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. I'm here for the cash shop. Okay, I'm here. Cash shop Fuck it. Jesus. The menu is like 50 times the volume of the base game itself. Oh god, there's a whole cutscene. I don't give a shit about it. Oh, why did I choose a person with a cutscene? Just take me to the cash shop. I just want to see how much it's pay to win. Okay. I think I messed up the volume settings, so everything sounds weird. There's voice acting. It's very quiet. You can't hear it. It actually sounds it's pretty broken at the moment. Sorry. Oh my god! It's a police. Please, why they choose the character with the longest fucking cutscene in the world? I don't give a shit about that stupid like story. This is I've seen this story a million times in Prince of Persia, in the Siege and the Sandfox, and now this. Skip ahead, just skip me fucking ahead, just skip me ahead. Fucker, just fucking skip the goddamn game. Skip this fucking filler dialogue full of a bullshit story that I don't give a fuck about. Just let me fucking play the game and see your fucking cash. Jesus fucking Christ. Do you hear this? Do you hear me spamming the button furiously? There's a baby? Where'd the baby come from? The thing about game writing like this is that it's just hard to make it really interesting. And I don't know why. It's not like MMOs can't be a very interesting story. Oh, sorry, it's not like MMOs can't have an interesting story. MMOs almost seem ripe for that type of story, where you have this like large group of people fighting for something, and it shows in the way that like the webtoon is really exciting, and the way that the webtoon for this game has a pretty interesting, albeit sort of stereotypical premise of like almost an isekai like RPG story, but it's just. There's just something about this that is not appealing at the moment, if at all. Even like I was reading very quickly, and it's just you now are a child. Here we go. Okay, so you go through the hands. So okay, cubes. The glowing cube. One glowing cube is it costs $13,000. It costs $12. And this only re-rolls the potential, which is it's like the Diablo 2 affixes on items, I think. And this only re-rolls it. So you have to spend $12 to re-roll one item. Wow. You have to spend $12 to re-roll one item. Any BTS? Any BTS? Black Pink. Black Pink? Well, that's the whole game, everyone. I don't ever want to play the game ever again. Again, MapleStory is not a bad game. It's just, there's something about the style of gameplay that I'm not into. And I say this with a very hypocritical lens because I play games like Dave the Diver. And Dave the Diver fundamentally is no different, but it's specifically in the fact that I know that at some point it will end. And I know that at some point I'm playing for some weird story and world that's about just making sushi, and there's a like the premise is weird enough that you enjoy it for what it is. Whereas for some reason for MapleStory, it's like I don't know if it's probably just me, but something about it doesn't appeal to me the same way, especially in the core gameplay of the game, which is not the bossing. Like it's the core gameplay is you sitting there grinding as much as you can to get money to like make your item stronger. It's just I don't know. It's just very... Like, killing those 1,000 monsters, I think, ruined the experience for me.